Okay, everyone, welcome to Describely's Getting Started webinar. My name's Jessica. I'm the Customer Experience Specialist over at Describely, and I am so excited to walk you through the platform, tell you a little bit about the new AI program, and give you some best practices and tips and tricks to get the most out of your trial and hopefully subscription. So you might be coming from Describely as a current trial user, or perhaps you have already subscribed. I'll start with just a little bit of an introduction to what Describely does and what you can expect using our platform. So Describely is an AI product content manager software serving e-commerce retailers, manufacturers, and agencies. Right now, we are really diving into D2C, direct-to-consumer retailers, but we currently serve all of these niches in the e-commerce space. So you can think of it as your AI partner that's really built to scale your product content generations and optimize the content on your product detail pages. This includes product descriptions, product titles, feature bullet points, meta tags. Those are all our bread and butter. Ways that we can help you: we can create from scratch or refine existing, product content, everything I just mentioned, and we're, looking to constantly grow and improve. So you can hopefully expect more on that list in the future. We offer seamless integration with your sales channels. So we currently plug into Shopify, Salesify, WooCommerce, Wix, and Squarespace. So what that means is you can pretty much import your product catalog from where you're already selling your products and then seamlessly create new content and publish back to your store. We also offer SEO ratings and optimization tools along with keyword research, which is a great way to improve your traffic and conversions. Some feature favorites definitely are bulk copy and publishing features. Even if you aren't connected to a store connector, we do offer the ability to do this for CSV imported catalogs. So really you can create hundreds of product descriptions and other content in just a few clicks. So this is a great way to scale your scale your store and create content faster and go live sooner. We have those 5+ store connectors and growing. We offer content customization and chat features. So for customization, we allow you to create rule sets, which you'll get to see in the walkthrough, to pretty much guide the AI on how you want to tailor each piece of content to your business needs. For chat, you might be familiar with ChatGPT, where you give it instruction to their chatbot and tell it what to do. Wait till you see ours. And then we also support 13+ languages at the moment. So this is great if you might be selling in different markets, or maybe you're looking to advance into other markets, say on Amazon marketplaces or something along those lines. We offer translation tools. So I'm going to take a moment here to stop sharing. I do have a quick poll for y'all, if you wouldn't mind filling it out. It's pretty much just going to ask you where you're currently selling products. I'll give you about 20 seconds to answer. This is so that we can better understand where you're selling, what maybe we need to incorporate for a future store connector integration. We want to make sure we're serving y'all. So please just take a few seconds there to answer that. I'll actually take a sip of water. Okay, seeing we're all set here, I'm going to end the poll, but if you haven't had a chance to respond, there's going to be a follow-up email where we send the recording of this webinar. So feel free to let us know where you're selling through that email. So I'll end the poll. Also, I realized I skipped our quick lay of the land in Zoom. If y'all do have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. You might see a Q&A section, but you can disregard that for now. Okay, so we're done with the poll. And now, without further ado, I'm going to get us into the platform so y'all can see the magic happening. So just give me a moment while I share my screen. Okay, so here we are in Describely. So when you first log into your account, you'll land on our homepage, which has a few helpful resources for you. First is our Getting Started video. So if you haven't had a chance to watch this, I highly recommend you do so. It's pretty much a 2-minute crash course on the basics of Describely. This is the long version, but it can really help you get up and running very quickly. You'll see a few quick actions so you can immediately connect your store and import your products. You can do that either through a CSV or an available store connector, which we'll go through in depth. You can quickly create a new product, either adding it to an existing catalog or starting a new catalog from scratch. This is good if you just want to kind of see what the technology can do right off the bat. You'll have some usage stats as far as the current products and bulk generations that you've used compared to your monthly limits. And then you'll also see how many store connectors are in use compared to your monthly limits. Last but not least, you'll see an activity log. So this is helpful if you have multiple teammates on the same account. You can see who's done what and when, and even click into it. So without further ado, let's start importing our products. And click Connect Store. And I already have a Shopify catalog created. Each connector has their own process. We have in-depth help articles to guide you through the step-by-step processes. So I'm not going to actually connect the Shopify store from scratch here, but we are available to help if you ever need assistance. I'm going to show you the import from CSV, and then we'll walk through some other Shopify features afterwards. So you click Import from CSV, name your catalog. So, and this can always be adapted, but the way that you structure and manage your catalogs is really up to your business needs. Maybe you only have one that you just have all of your store's products in. Maybe you have seasonal catalogs where you update new products every season for summer, fall, winter, etc. Maybe you're an agency and you have multiple clients and accounts that you manage and you want a separate catalog for each. It's customizable for your needs. In this case, I have one catalog, just has a few products. It's called Mandy's Outerwear. So I'm going to just name the catalog that. Okay, from here you'll be prompted to upload or drag and drop the file from wherever you have it stored on your computer. So I am going to just go upload my catalog. Okay, next, this is what we call the field mapping step. So this is really where we tell Describely what fields in Describely match the columns in your CSV. It's asking me if my data has a header row because those headers that say like product title, product description, SKU, I don't want the AI to take those titles and try to generate content with them. So I'm going to click yes, just so that it understands not to use that. Next, I'm going to drag and drop the tiles at the bottom here to the fields up top. These are the fields within Describely, and then these are the columns for my CSV. So you can see only product title is mandatory. Really what we're doing here is telling Describely what content to use when it generates content. So it's going to take everything into account and use it to understand the product and generate the product descriptions. So I'll map SKU to SKU. For product title, that's my product name column. So I'll drag that. If you already have an existing product description, you can map that here. If you don't worry about it. We will generate them for you. I have some that are needing some improvement, so I'll just pull those in. Now, product keywords, these are pretty much attributes or SEO targeted keywords that you'd like to incorporate into your content. I want to take a moment to differentiate between these and other product details. So other product details, this is a field that we've created for all of those like miscellaneous specs that you have. Maybe you have dimensions or weight limits and things like that. Anything that you need the context of the header here to pull into Describely to have it make sense. I don't have a good example of that, but that's actually something I'm going to do in future webinars. So you can upload multiple columns to both product keywords and other product details. So experiment, see what works best for you, but we do have some guidance here. So I have some brand keywords. I'm just going to put those in product keywords and product characteristics as well. Vendor is, you might know vendor as supplier, brand name. It's all the same in our book, so you can map it that way. Then I'll click save and complete. And I'll go to my catalog. And then bam, all my products have been imported and we are ready to get to the juicy stuff of generating content. So you'll see a few buttons here just as far as catalog management. If you need to look at a large volume of products and filter, you can filter by status. These are all different statuses we have based off the generation state. So you can see we've got a review process, which I'll show you. And then you can sort by title, SKU, last updated status. You can also arrange in descending or ascending order. So the real way to scale your content creation in Describely is through our bulk features. So I'm going to show you that first. Click bulk actions, and then I only have 5. Let's do all of them. So click bulk generate, and then you're going to be brought to our bulk refine window here, which pretty much is telling Describely what do we want to generate. You can name it if you'd like. I'm going to just keep it as is. AI rules, this is where you can customize your content if you'd like, based off whatever needs you have for your business. We have some defaults, so I'll just open those up really quick so you guys can see. But you can see that we're giving specific instructions to the AI, telling it how to write our content. So highlight key features, tell a story, how the product will benefit the buyer. You even have an option to tailor description and title length, output language. This is where the translation would be, brand tone, and you can adjust bullet points for CSV and Salsify catalogs. If I wanted to create my own rule set, I would just clone the defaults, and then you can see you can delete rules, you can adjust the tone, we have some presets for you, or you could use a description instruction to create your own. Some best practices when it comes to creating these description instructions is to just be very clear, use a direct command, don't use any contradictions. Like if you have one rule saying to do something, don't have another rule saying to do the opposite. Really iterate on these. It comes down to fine-tuning and experimenting to see what works best for your needs. Another tip is to use positive language as much as you can. It's easier to tell the AI what to do versus what not to do, but we are brainstorming possible exclusions and things of that nature, so stay tuned on that. You can also add some customized meta description instructions, title instructions, etc. Okay, but for the sake of, let me get out of here. For the sake of this example, we're going to just use the defaults. Okay, then you'll choose what content you want to generate. So you can see we can generate descriptions, titles, new keywords, bullet points, because this is the CSV catalog, or product meta descriptions. Each time you run either this or this, it will take one bulk generation from your limit. So just be aware of that. I'm going to just generate a description for now, but if you wanted to do all of these, you could. You'll also see a notice here asking you if you want to skip our bulk review process. This will pretty much just automatically apply whatever generated content to your products indescribably. I recommend that you go through the bulk review process. We really just, at the end of the day, AI content, it's recommended to get human eyes on it before you say A-OK. If you'd like to use this though, and then review it in a CSV, some people like that process. So we gave you this option, but I'm going to show you the bulk review process. So we'll just keep it as is. You'll see the products remain in draft, but then you'll see you have a bulk job pending. So we'll click on that. And then you can see here, we've got a generation ready for review. So I'll click into it. And from here, I can read through any generated content, and I can even make changes if I'd like. I can click edit to access our editor. You can add formatting in here if maybe you want to bold some things, you want to create some headers, and then all of that would be, the formatting would be retained for export later. I like it, I can click approve, and that's automatically applied to my product. So I'm gonna actually just approve them all. Approve. Okay. And then to get back to the bulk job, you'll click there. You can see it's already been moved to reviewed. Get back to your catalog, just click the navigation at the top, and then you can see the status has changed to approved. So what this would mean to me is I know, okay, now the CSV, I can export it, go import it into my product management platform of choice, or whatever platform I'm using to sell my products. You can do that by clicking bulk actions again, selecting all the products and clicking export. Include HTML would include any formatting that you added through the editor, and then raw text would just omit any of that if you don't want the HTML tags. Now, if this was for, this is where I want to actually flip over to Shopify. If this was for a Shopify catalog or a catalog connected through a sales connector, we can take this a step further and make it a lot easier for y'all. Let me show you. We can publish directly to Shopify. So this is my Shopify catalog. Let's say I want to do the same thing. Maybe I'll just generate some new descriptions for these two products. Click Start Bulk Generate. Our bulk job has gone into review. We'll read it. Looks good to me. And then I'll click Approve, Apply, back to the catalog. And then I can select the two products I just approved and click Bulk Publish. So from here, you'll just see a notification, just making sure you reviewed the content. We recommend you do so before you publish on your site. Click yes, and then publish to Shopify. And then these are going to be pushed directly to my storefront. So super easy, great way to do this really quickly. Now, there are even a few more ways that you can continue to refine your content. So next, we're going to dive into chat and SEO. And you might actually need to refresh to see these published. Let's see. There we are. Okay. All right. So let's hop into the collection hydrogen snowboard. So from here, you'll land on pretty much the product details page with all of your existing information for this product. You'll see the editor again. You'll see that there was a product image imported, which we are working on an image editor. So stay tuned there. It's in beta. If you want to sign up, feel free to sign up for early access here so you can test it. But to access the chat, you'll flip over to AI Product Editor. And then from here, you'll see AI rules again. It's the same AI rules that we used for bulk generation, but you can just pick and choose which ones you'd like. You can see I've got a few I've been testing with, but this little button here is our field selection. So you can pretty much choose the content you'd like to generate with chat. I'm going to just do description. And you know what? Let's do all of them. That'll be fun. And then you click refine with chat. And it might take a second to load. Okay. All right. So here is our chat interface. You can see we've got our rule set plugged in. There's a spot for keywords, just in case you maybe forgot to import specific keywords. You gained some from our SEO research. You can plug them in. So I'll show you that in a minute. But you can see that even without me doing anything, Describely has put in a prompt to the chat telling them to rewrite my product information. So I have got a brand new product description, which I can, by clicking these three dots, I can save it and apply it to my product, or I can make further edits. I can instruct the chat. Maybe I want them to rewrite this description in a festive tone. Maybe it's for a holiday promotion or something like that. You can ask the chat to make this description shorter. Some best practices here, it's similar to the bulk AI rule instructions. Be very clear. Think about it like you're communicating with a person trying to tell them to do something. Use proper grammar and continue iterating if you aren't seeing the results that you expect, because the AI can only generate based off the quality of the inputs that you give it. To jump into SEO next, this is something that we house within our product editor. You'll click into SEO tools. So from here, a few things are going on. This is where you would enter the #1 target keyword that you have for the product you're on. So let's say I'm trying to rank for waterproof snowboard. When I click search, what Describely is going to do is it's going to rate my existing title and description based off of best practices for SEO, either for Google or for Shopify, if it is a Shopify catalog. And it's going to give me some recommendations as far as content length, readability, things I can do to improve the ranking. So this would be telling me I got some room for improvement. So I might want to perhaps use waterproof snowboard in the name of my title, for example, to rate better. You'll also see on the right that it has recommended some keywords for me to incorporate in my content to rank better amongst my competitors. So it's pretty much analyzing them and suggesting what I should include in my content. Lastly, you'll see meta tag management on this page. Our meta title will automatically match your product title, but you can really quickly generate new meta descriptions this way. You can do this in bulk, but just so that you're aware, it does live over here as well. And we'll even give you the HTML code that you can copy and store or upload to your website. So I'll click save. Okay, so one thing I want to call out for SEO regarding the keywords is all of these keywords here. If I flip back over to chat and I go into the keyword section here, they all automatically import. So that way you can pick and choose what you'd like to use to generate content with the chat interface. So very great way to optimize your content. Okay, so I do want to show you guys a few other things. That's pretty much like the content creation, the bulk, the scaling, but I want to walk you guys through a few account resources and navigation that you have. So if you click the bottom left on account, this is going to look different to anyone who's on a trial right now. You'll be prompted to look at our existing plans. We have our core plan that's based off the number of products you'll need to write for on a monthly basis. You'll also have options for enterprise if you'd like to touch base with our lovely Kayla for a consultation call. That's for those big businesses that sell a lot of products, thousands of them. But our core plans are as inexpensive as $9 a month for 15 products. We also have a free plan that you'll transition to at the end of your trial if that hasn't occurred already. You'll be able to modify your subscription. I'll show you that in a moment, but I do want to talk you through the bulk power up. So this is really good for stores that are really just getting started in Describely. Maybe you only have a need to create like 15 new product descriptions on a monthly basis, but your store already has like 500 products. So you're going to need more writing during that initial startup phase. We offer a bulk power up so that you can pretty much upgrade your product limits within your first 30 days. It's 45 cents per product. And then after that period lapses, you'll revert back to your base plan limits. So this is something we see a lot of our customers use just so that they can get that like first project done, and then it goes to like a recurring basis. If I want to modify my subscription, and you can do this at any time, click that, and then it'll show you all of the details for your current plan, your payment method. You can access your invoice history here. You can click update plan. And this is where if you find you need more products to create on a monthly basis, you can upgrade your plan here. You can also purchase add-ons. So if you need more bulk generations, you'll be able to add those and have an additional monthly charge for those. Same thing with user team seats, additional store connectors, what have you. All of those are on a monthly limit. Okay. Let me get back. I always like, don't click the button. Okay. A few other things for your account. User team seats. So if you do have more than one person on your team working in Describely, you can invite a friend, invite a colleague. This will go right to their email address. So all they have to do is accept, and then they'll be able to access everything that you do, except if they're not an admin, they won't be able to access like the billing details and plan management, but all the content is visible and manageable. You'll see our business hub is housed here. This is something we're continuously building out. We hope to add a lot more in here, but you can house, about your company. You can see all the rule sets that you've created across the account so that everyone can easily access and edit them. Brand voice. This is something I want to show y'all. So if you are a brand that has a very custom tone of voice, our preset drop downs don't exactly capture it. Maybe you're professional but funny, and you really just want to have our AI nail it so that your content is consistent and aligns with your target audience. You can either provide a sample of a representative product description and the AI will analyze it, or you can just tell us what the brand voice is. So we also have a setting where you can opt out of the bulk review process if you'd like. You can make sure it's mandatory. You can do it optional, one generation at a time, what have you. All right, and then last but not least, our resource center. So this is something I want to make sure y'all know this is here. We have a lot of help articles and video content that we've integrated on our YouTube channel and in some of the articles, just for every situation we thought anyone could need. So feel free to take a look. Our support team is available to help, of course, but I recommend checking out our knowledge base and definitely watching that getting started video. Okay, so I want to take a few minutes now. Let me stop sharing just to see if anyone has any questions. We have our Q&A session now, so feel free to drop any questions you might have in the chat. Okay. Just give us a minute or two here. I'm not seeing any questions just yet. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions, but that is a-okay. If anything comes up, you can always reach us at support@describely.ai. If you'd like to reach me directly, you can email jess@describely.ai, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. But last but not least, want to walk you through what is next. So if you haven't already, I would recommend that you subscribe today so you can gain access to our community. So this is pretty much a VIP group that we built. It is hosted on Facebook at the moment. We're treating this almost like a focus group. We want our customers in this early stage to be really involved in what we build. We want you all in the community to be the first to hear about and test new features. We'll have some polls and questions as far as what we're looking to build next to see if it's something that you see value in. You're also welcome to share ideas with us for what you'd like to see, feedback on how we can optimize existing workflows and features that are already in Describely. We also have some blog content coming out that we really want to share with you all as far as best practices and thought leadership. And it's also a good place to have a community and hear what other people are having success and struggle with so that we can learn from each other and hopefully provide a better solution with Describely. Ultimately, the Facebook community will help you be a part of creating the best product content manager ever, which is our goal. So if you're not on Facebook or you're not ready to subscribe just yet, that is also okay. You can always email us. Our email is support@describely.ai. We would love to hear from you. Any feedback that you have, any first impressions, anything you love, maybe you see improvement on, we would love to hear it. So please feel free to reach out to me or my colleague Kyle. We're the two men in that inbox for you. So, all right, well, thank you so much, everyone. It was great to have you here, and we're very excited to continue this journey with you and your business. Have a great day.